Hello and welcome to the 2021 version of Holliston Football Preview. I'm Jay Wyman and I'm here with Tom Emmons. And Tom, we got some people we're going to talk to today, the coaches and the players. And, what do you think? What do you think of this year?
Is it too soon to say it feels good to be, back to normal a little bit? Oh my gosh, all of us have been through the grinder, but no more of us have been through the grinder than HCAT.
Yeah. Well, last year we tried to get in all of the teams that we could because of the attendance requirements due to COVID
right.
and everything.
We only got to do the home games.
That's right. But we were able to do them for the varsity, the JV, and the freshmen. So this year, what do you think we'll do this year?
I want to do them all. They didn't ask me, did they? Did you vote for all of them?
Well,
we're going to get as many as we can in.
Yeah. We'll do as many games based on COVID restrictions, at least on the varsity. Hopefully, we'll get all the home games. We're going to be going down tomorrow night to Franklin to do the Lattice Bowl game.
Right.
And anything else we can do, we'll do.
Right. Well, the away games, it's always weather dependent. I mean,
Yep.
If it's a total pouring rain, whatever, you can't be outside with electrical equipment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But we'll take care of that. So coming up next, we'll have both the coaches and we'll have the captains.
It's going to be great to talk to them. Hello, we're right here with Holliston football coaches Todd Kiley and Paul Athey. We're going to find out a little bit about the 2021 season. Hey guys, it's great to have you here.
Thanks for having us.
Great to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, I guess it wasn't so long ago that you were on the football field. You got a short turnaround time, a short conditioning time to get ready. Has that affected your preparation for this year?
I mean, how unique, right? How unique is this whole thing? It's kind of surreal. We were saying it in the spring when we were playing in the spring, and now going back to back essentially with a little bit of off-season time. But our kids made the most of this off-season. They really, really were committed. We're proud of them for all the work they put in, and it's a young group. We're extremely young and maybe a little bit more inexperienced than we've been in the past. But we never use that as an excuse. We're full go here. It's sort of that next man up mentality.
Right. How do the conditioning numbers look? Do you keep track of those again this year?
Oh yeah, the captains do that.
Yeah.
And we were 90% plus for every workout. Mm-hmm. And these are voluntary optional workouts. We provide it for these kids every single summer. And this was one of the best summers, commitment-wise, as far as the percentage of kids showing up each and every morning. We just felt like we needed to jam a lot into a little time. We end up going 4 days a week, 6 a.m., and to have those type of numbers speaks volumes. Yeah, speaks volumes for, the commitment, not only by the kids, it's because there's some parental commitment there as well, getting the kids there at 6 a.m., those without licenses. So I think a lot of people are hungry, and it's a fun time when you're dealing with a younger group. It's just a different type of year, but it doesn't make it any less meaningful or just a little bit more of a challenge.
Right. You feel good about your speed and your power?
Yeah, I mean we're very I think we're very athletic. We have some speed. We lost a little bit of speed in a practice last Friday. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys had heard, but Danny.
I just heard, yeah.
Yeah, Danny Nash broke his leg on Friday, so he was a returning skill player for us. That we had planned on doing a lot with, and we're certainly not going to replace him with one person. I mean, he was going to have that type of impact. We're going to do it with a bunch of guys, and a bunch of these guys have to step up, and they know that, and they will. Right. So we're really looking forward to the season. My heart breaks for Danny Nash, who he was the one kind of leading the way, working his tail off in the weight room, getting kids on the field. This was going to be, it's going to be a great year for him. So my heart breaks for him and his family being the last of the Nash crew, which it's just such a lovable crew. That
They've
crew.
they've been around forever. Those Nashes.
They have.
I remember Paul when you were doing back the Pop Warner days.
Great story. I used to say Joey, one of the oldest, played for me on that New England championship team, and I used to joke saying he's the toughest Nash. So the day of Danny's surgery, I texted him that morning. Evening, we were actually leaving the Natick scrimmage, and I said, "You now officially have the toughest Nash mantra," and he was joking back and forth. But no, they're cut from the same cloth, and that the Nash family has supported the program for
They
years.
really have.
They're
They
great.
really
Yeah,
have.
it's great to have them.
family.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Tom and I got to go down, as you know, Todd. We get to go down to see the some of the games over in Ashland in
Passing league.
the passing league, and he kind of stood out. There were a couple guys that I saw that stood out. A couple young guys, we really haven't heard a lot from
Right.
that I thought really stood out. Actually, the one thing I wanted to say about that league was that when we were down there, we jibber jabber out in the stands out there, and we were talking about how everyone's doing pretty good and this and that and everything else, and then that Ashland game happened, and it was like, that's Holliston. They came out. The kids were really excited,
Yep.
and
Good
both
energy.
teams were.
Yeah.
Both teams
Good
wanted
rivalry.
that game.
Yep.
That was a fantastic game, and I loved the spirit then. When that happened, I said, okay, they're back. They're going to be okay. There's nothing to worry about. Holliston's got they got the swagger back, kind of. And I loved seeing that game.
Yeah, it was. I thought we had a good summer there as well. It's not. We talked to the kids about it. It's not real. It's not 100% real, right? It's. But it's.
Yeah.
It's it gets the kids out there running routes. We're throwing the football. Work on our coverages. I mean, the real test was Natick Saturday. I thought our kids against a big school. It's a powerhouse. I thought our kids competed well. I mean, we
They've got preseason one of the top teams in the state,
Yeah.
top 10.
They were
Yeah,
rated.
are they?
I saw
Okay,
that.
yeah,
I
so-
saw that they were rated like 8 or something.
Yeah, and we hung in there, definitely hung in there with them, and and all the mistakes are all correctable mistakes.
Yeah.
We just asked them to come out, play hard, play tough, and that's what they did. So we got a big test on Friday. This is Franklin team. You're going to see this is probably one of the best teams in the state of Massachusetts. So why not, right? Let's
Go
get
get
this
'em.
young
Absolutely.
team. And I love it. I love going against these type of teams preseason wise because there's no you don't get any false sense of security, which obviously is a good thing, and you know where you stand. But hey, as long as we come out and we compete, that's the most important thing tomorrow.
Yeah. Now, you talk about your young team, and we'll get into that in a minute, but why don't you talk a little bit about your coaching staff? Because I think the average age of them dropped quite a bit, didn't they?
Well, we got to get some. Yeah, we got to get some youth in here, right?
Yeah, it's
to-
like life insurance. We got to, like our policy, we got to drop it a little bit.
Yeah.
Get the young guys in.
Absolutely. So, we added Joe Santos and Kevin Lamarck. We added them to the varsity.
Got promoted.
They
from
got promoted
freshman.
from the sub varsity, but you know what? They've always been kind of both, and it's when you coach in this program, you're not just coaching one kid, one position, one team. You're coaching the whole program. So they've been involved with varsity all along, but now specifically up with us for practice and game planning and coaching their positions.
What positions are they going to be doing?
So yes, Coach Santos, he'll be doing the wideouts.
In corners, yep.
Yep, wideouts and corners, and helping with the running backs as well. He's sort of a slash on offense. And Coach Lamarck is doing both the offensive and defensive line, taking over for Coach Perry. Big shoes to fill there.
Yes.
With Coach Perry, but
he comes with Coach Perry blueprints already.
That's
Impressed
what I'm saying,
on him,
right?
the brotherhood.
he played in the program. He's a phenomenal. They are both phenomenal coaches. Just years ahead of their age. They really think the kids are responding to them, and we're not missing a beat.
Coach
And then-
Santos has been on my booth for probably 4 years. He's been on the other side of my headset.
Yeah.
So from a defensive package game,
Reading,
he's kind of
yeah.
like a, mentoring along as another DC, and he's ready.
Yeah.
He used to call that down at the sub level too, so
Were
very
they-
ready.
Are they about the age that you were when you took over the program?
They might even be a little. Well, I think Coach Santos, I think is actually. I think he's 32.
Yeah.
So I was 30. I was 31.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about
went to
that.
his wedding,
31.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to his wedding.
And
This
that's he'll tell you, it's Coach Kiley's wedding gift. He was here on Tuesday's practice, and his wedding was on Sunday.
Wow.
And that wasn't, Coach Kiley said it was optional. He came.
So well, we know what type of gal he married, right?
Yeah,
if
yeah,
she's
well,
allowing him
well, she should
to
get
be
into
back
it.
at workouts 2 days later, that's good. So she knows she's marrying into the football family here.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, so those two, and
So
then
she's your special teams coach?
she's whatever she wants to be.
She's an
Absolutely.
older sister of one of our players, our state champ, Derek DeCastro, who was our corner
Oh, really?
on our 2014 team.
Oh, wow.
So there's another family that supported the
It's all
program.
tied
so,
in.
Yeah.
It
All
is all
tied in.
tied in.
Yeah.
And then we're our JV coaches, Derek Kiley, so my godson, nephew,
Yeah.
who was a middle linebacker of
Top
ours on the
tackler.
Yeah.
2014 team, right? If he
Yeah.
didn't break his leg, he'd be
Yeah.
holding records. But
Right.
we always talk about he's probably one of the best tacklers we've ever seen in this program. Just a tough kid. So he's running the defense with the sub-varsity program.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ty Seastead, he's a wellness teacher at the high school, excellent. He's been coaching a handful of years at Sharon.
Oh, really?
Yep, with them. And asked him when I had the openings, asked him if he'd be interested, and he was on board. So he'll be working with the sub varsity, sort of heading that, and helping out varsity wise as well
Yeah.
as they always do.
And then we got our friend Nick Stevens, who we still got the battle going. Who invented the war offense? Right. So we'll get.
Is he trying to? Yeah, he's
I
trying to
called
on
it the
that?
turtle. It didn't look like that when
what
it was
I'm-
in Medfield.
Totally right.
Midfield, they were
Slower,
just. It was
softer.
like it was like a tank.
Exactly, slower.
It was a moving
not even a
scrum.
tank. It was soft.
I don't know. He's still taking credit, but we'll get to that later. So you're young. We might as well talk first about the line, and I'm really excited. This line is really special, right? We got.
Absolutely. I mean, it's probably the most experienced line we've had. I mean, we obviously lose a big one in Zach Athy. He was sort of the guy that made it all run last year.
Who, by the way, I don't know. So everybody gets to know this. He won the award this year, right?
The Matt Mealy Running
Came to the
Lineman
house,
Award.
Thank you. And the average per carry touchdown ratio, he
got the highest in the.
He got bragging rights. That was very well. Yeah. But to Coach's point, as you know, we moved Zach to fullback in war. So essentially, that war line is entirely back.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
remember, we moved him out, and LJ would come in. So, that's a full experience line in our war package.
Yeah. Really excited about that. And they'll go both ways. Most of the linemen.
Yeah, so we try and not we have a few guys starting both ways, but our goal is to not play anybody more than 75% of the
Yeah,
game.
that
We
makes
feel like
sense.
once we exceed that number, you're not getting as much out of them. We'd rather get somebody else in there at 100%.
Yep.
Because it just builds for
Of course.
the future and experience there. And you keep them a little bit more fresh. For the rest of the game. But we're excited about the line.
We'll get to talk to a few of them in a little bit because they'll come over. A lot of them are captains.
3 of them, yeah. You got 3 of them as
yeah,
captains. Yep.
which is great. And your skill positions?
Yeah, so we're definitely young and inexperienced there because we graduated pretty much every skilled spot with the exception of Danny Nash and Chris Del Ponte, inside backer. So that's sort of a hybrid. But all the other, our corners, our safeties, quarterback, running back, wideouts. Those are gonna be all brand new faces. I mean, TJ got a little bit of experience last year, a little taste quarterback wise. So I think that was great for him. He had a good scrimmage against Natick, managed the offense well. So
Good summer.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
summer league. Those guys were just in and out of the huddle,
yeah,
calling the play numbers, or you were calling the plays.
yep.
It looked like the execution was very high compared to the other teams that were out there. They were maybe looking at a clipboard. The coach was,
they've
the
been
play.
they've been working hard on the,
Yeah.
they've been rounding the troops and on the field all summer, And so we'll see. Still got a long way to go. I mean, The poor kid has his coach at home
I know.
as well. I mean, he's got me 24/7. At least these other guys get, they get to
They get a break.
They get a break from the psycho for a little bit. Tej, unfortunately, and Brent, who's coming up as well. They don't. And I try to separate the two, but he's eager. He wants to.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
He wants to talk about it. He wants to talk football at home, and he wants to bring it home with him. So that's sort of where I gauge. All right, he wants more of it, then we can. So he's into it. So I'm fine with carrying it home with me.
Good.
And then if you don't talk about football when you get home, Sarah brings it up, and they get they all get going.
It's all
that
one.
way.
Yep. We try and squeeze in some sleep here, a couple minutes here and there, but.
How's our defense?
Doing well. I'll tell you, we, as Todd said, we're young. I mean, I think we had 6 of our players, 5 or 6 are playing college football. Next level, and I think 4 or 5 of those were on defense. So I think the Natick scrimmage was a great test for us. What Coach said is being correctable. One thing which is really nice we haven't had to coach on this defense is effort and urgency. The scheme stuff comes. So they're running to the football. Yeah, from a package standpoint, maybe it's not as much that was in early in fall too, because that was a lot of returners. But we're bringing them along slower and slower. Our base defense they've grasped. We put our sub packages in, some blitzes, some other stuff, but. Young in a lot of areas, but not afraid, aggressive, urgent. We're turning into a decent tackling team.
Yep.
So it's just them grasping the scheme and then getting better. But again, we don't have to coach effort, aggressiveness, run into the football. That's great when you have those.
Those are trademarks of the program.
Yeah, and they kind of
they get it early on.
Yep. So we'll see, but we're excited. I mean, it's a group that. We're going to have a great challenge tomorrow night. Different. Natick was more of a 2-back, tight end, run the football. You're going to see an RPO team tomorrow night, throws it around.
So you'll probably see more of that in the season, right?
Old Rochester's kind
run
of
pass option stuff.
running, but in the league is mixed spread. Yeah, now we're
more teams going
2-back,
going
tight end.
Mouth.
Yeah.
Hopkins will be smash mouth.
Yeah.
But I think Franklin's. They bring back everybody off a good team and. They mix it up. They're going to mix it up on us. I'm friendly with their coach, and he's excited to.
We do camp with them.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And so we know what we're up against. But hey, if we compete, and come out and show that we belong in a game like that, good things.
Yes.
Good things are going to happen.
Absolutely.
Because
ask
that's
the kids to compete every play, every snap, and then correct it and have a short memory. You're gonna. We had a couple plays in Natick, turn it around, and kids bounce the next play because it was maybe a wrong gap or the technique needed correction. But we were great when we put on the film defensively. It was just really maybe an alignment thing or a technique. It wasn't someone was overmatched massively. It was just so that's the stuff we'll
up
work
front
on and correct.
when you get that up front.
Yeah.
As you know.
Yeah, that helps.
On both sides of the ball,
Yep.
that makes such a big difference.
Yep.
It
Yeah.
really does.
Yep.
What numbers? How are the numbers this year? We talked a little bit about that earlier, but
yeah. So pretty good. All things being considered, I think most programs are dipping. We dipped a little bit. Freshman is a little lighter than normal. That's why we sort of combined, sort of a JV freshman team. We're still playing all 3 levels game-wise, which because we have enough. We have 60 kids.
good.
Sophomore class.
Freshman to senior. So, and that's only with 13 freshmen. So varsity is similar to where we've been in the past.
And that sophomore class is really strong. Great class. They were they were sponges in fall too, and I didn't know a lot of them just from till the summer, but as we know, we had sub pack.
Yeah.
We had to in pods. We practiced, so we didn't get to see a lot of them in fall too at all. So now seeing them blend with us, it's a really good group and a strong numbers group.
Fortunately, we saw a lot of them because we did all the games, all the home games, and very impressive. Very impressive. There's some of those kids, and I noticed. Tom has to tell me who they are because without numbers, I don't know who anybody is. He told me some of the kids were in Ashland, and some of those kids came out firing on all cylinders, and I was really impressed.
Hard-working group, too.
Yeah.
And very, very football committed, football smart, mature. For sophomores, normally, grasping everything, but they're locked in, and we had a great junior class.
Did they have Pop Warner last year? Do you know?
They had flag. They had a flag
Oh, the
league. Yeah,
flag,
they didn't
okay.
have contact. Yeah, it was
All
a flag
right, so
league. Yep.
so
We
I
had a
wonder
couple
if that.
kids that went to Medway because they had their
Oh,
they had the tackle.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the majority of the kids I think played flag.
Yeah.
Yep.
The season. What do you see? Who are you looking at as? I mean, you got some great. Maybe we should talk with Smith about the
The first
schedule.
4 games are Rock'em Sock'em Robots. I mean,
Iron as usual.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess the Patriots. Well, they're starting their full season right now, so
Right.
they're all tied up. But you got a mix.
We do. We do.
Got ORR to come all the way, Old Rochester
Yeah,
to
which
come
is
all
a-
the way up here
They're
to
a
play.
perennial powerhouse down
Yep.
there.
Yep.
They're in the
D5
they're in the
top
hunt.
team.
Yep, they're in the hunt every year.
Yeah, they were in Ashland in 2019. They were a 1-possession winner goes to the Super
Yep.
Bowl.
Right.
When Ashland went. Yep.
Yep. And Medway's supposed to be the team to beat in the small.
They've
So
They got
a-
that little lefty quarterback.
They've got a lefty.
I liked him.
Yeah.
I'm sure you saw him in
Yep.
Ashland, but
Yes. Yeah. So TJ plays on his AU baseball team with all those Medway kids.
so he knows him.
Yeah, they got a real good running back. So we gotta shut him down. But the quarterback is also
Yep.
good
Throw
athlete
the ball,
that
yeah.
can zip the ball. Good center fielder too for that team. And they got a bunch of athletes. So that's going to be a great test. And then you're on to Milton, who is
Milton,
Similar
top
to Franklin.
3,
Yeah, Milton,
Division
similar.
3 top
Yeah.
team.
Yep.
They can sling it around, similar to Franklin. This
Yep.
is great.
And they return their running back and quarterback, so they're gonna be good. And then Braintree, big school,
Division
Bay State,
1.
going to Womp.
Yeah.
Are they
Yeah.
the Womp?
Yeah.
What are the
Womp, womp.
Womps, yeah.
Womp.
yeah, the
Womp.
Womp. So we're
They're
going to
the
Womp
Womps.
land.
Wing
Yeah.
tee, Tom.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, we're going to Womp land for that. So
Defend wing tee that week.
and then we're into the heart of
Yeah.
our we probably face the 2 of the tougher teams in the TVL out of the gate there with
Ashland and
Norwood.
Norwood. Yeah.
Yeah.
So back to back. So
We're
Yeah.
going to know where we stand.
And then of course you're going to always have a battle with Hopkinton.
Right.
correct.
And,
yeah, and
um,
there's no
yeah,
easy game.
there's
Like
no.
TVL, anybody can beat anybody. You don't bring your A game.
Everybody's gunning for Holliston.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
And they're probably saying, "Oh, they graduated a
They're
ton."
down.
and
They're down.
yeah, so they feel like this is their time, and
Sure.
it's our job not to allow that to happen. We need these inexperienced kids to step up and play like experienced football players.
But
And that's
they'll
the key.
get great experience right off the bat. That's really a big help.
That's
That's
and
a
I
big
think
help.
that's going to help a
Yeah.
lot.
The 2 scrimmages. I mean,
Yep.
that's-
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for you guys taking time out of your busy schedule today.
We
We've got
love
a
it.
beautiful day for HCAT
Oh, yeah.
Media Day.
Love it. You guys do an awesome job.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Great
We love it too. Love being a part of Panther Nation, and we'll get this out quick to them so they can find out what's going to happen to the Panthers this year.
Awesome.
The normalcy of it makes such a big difference.
Yep.
I mean, this is so
Yeah.
big for so many people.
Yep.
So keep up the good work, guys, and we'll be right there with you. We'll see you at the celebration of the Super Bowl, whatever.
Awesome. Awesome.
Good
Yeah.
seeing
Coaches
you.
Todd Kiley and Paul
Nice to
Athey of the Holliston Panthers. Okay, we're here with the captains of the 2021 Holliston Panther football team. They're going to introduce themselves to you right now and tell you what position they play.
I'm Robert Payne. I play offensive line and defensive line.
I'm Brennan Ibbotson. I also play offensive line and defensive line.
I'm Chris Del Ponte. I play wide receiver and inside linebacker.
Patrick Griffin. I play offensive line and defensive line.
Okay, well, thanks for being here, guys. Just a beautiful day. I hope every game day is this nice.
Yeah.
Not like yesterday.
Not really.
You know. But Patrick, you just had a nice article in the local paper. We
Yeah.
got to read about you, and tell us a little bit about the offense this year.
Our offense is looking really good. We got 4 returning starters, I think, for our offensive line. So I mean, we're looking great for like the run game and stuff like that. We got TJ at quarterback. So I think we're gonna be running the ball a lot and getting lots of yards.
And you guys like to run the ball.
Yes,
I
definitely.
think this is the biggest set of captains we've ever had.
This is great, by the way. I'm sure the guys have already told you that I'm the guy that loves the offensive line. So,
Yep.
so you're in with me. What do you like better? Do you like running an offense, the spread, or do you like the war offense where you get down and pound people?
Honestly, me personally, I like the war offense because we're just in the trenches pretty much, just blocking people, no real passes that much. So that's my preference.
Nice. Chris, what do you think of What's the defense look like this year?
I mean, with all these guys up front, no one's going to be running inside on us. We're really going to stuff it up there. You know, we got a great outside linebacker in Joey Gentile. Really sets the edge great for us. No one's going to be getting out there. And then our DBs, they're just all excellent. They're all back there. So I think we're going to be pretty solid this year, not letting up a lot of points.
Are you in the middle?
Yeah, I am.
You'll
I'm
be
playing
on the middle.
Mike. Yep.
Good. You're in the mic.
Yep.
Good. Calling the signals? And
No,
everything?
yep. All
Good.
that. Coach.
How is that? Is that fun?
Yeah, Kevin Lyons had it last year. He really helped me get into all of it, with last year being my first year starting. So him definitely was a huge help in teaching me the game and really growing into a varsity player. But, you know, taking over his role this year, it's a great honor and everything, and I get to help out a younger guy in CJ Pacheco. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of him last year.
Yeah, he's been playing great.
Yeah, and offensively, you're a wide receiver.
I am a wide receiver, yeah.
Both offenses? Both?
No, in the war offense, I'm actually running quarterback.
Oh,
Yeah.
you are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's what I was going to get to next. So,
Yeah.
so that's the split, TJ and you, and you'll be
Yep,
the
TJ's taking over spread, and I'm running war, so.
Well, you do a lot of blocking.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be trying to take out the corners, so who doesn't love it?
And then when you get down close, keep the ball once or twice.
Oh, yeah. Get
Make
right
some
on
money
there.
for yourself.
If I'm
this
running
year.
behind him, I think I'll be pretty happy.
That's great. That's great. And Brendan? Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about the special teams.
I'm not an expert on that.
You're not on a special.
I mean, we got a lot of people fighting for spots right now. We're
Yeah.
probably going to do that as we speak during practice. There's always people coming in and out of the game on special teams, trying to, you know, light someone up, put in some work, and just get, because coaches always preach that's a third of the game, so you got to make sure to have that taken care of before you have the other parts taken care of.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of people fighting to put in work on that.
And you come from a big football family.
Absolutely, yes.
That's a
Your dad gives us all the insights, by the
Yes.
way. You know,
Yeah.
well, you know that.
Yeah,
so.
he loves to talk about football.
The other kids on the line, how are they?
Fantastic.
Who else do you have starting on the offensive?
So we got right to left. We got me on the right, and we got Patrick on the right guard, and we got Grant Harper at center. We got
really? Okay.
Yes, we got Pierce Alachi at left guard, and then we got Robert at the left tackle. We also have some great people working in the backfield. We got Jack Littlejohn. He's always putting in work on the defense, helping us get better. He's also subbing in on war. But we got some great people putting in a lot of work and going to do a lot of stuff this year on the line.
I know Coach Lamarck was very proud when I saw him at Passing League.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, "Oh yeah, we got a ton of guys and putting on great work. We
Yeah.
just had a workout just a few minutes ago."
Yeah, we can put a lot of that to Coach Lamarck too. He's a great coach. He gets a lot of us going on the O-line. He's very good to just talk to about
got a lot of
the mental
energy.
aspect of being an offensive lineman. Yeah.
Well, he's
Yeah.
got tremendous experience.
Absolutely,
At two levels, at this level and
Yes.
collegiate level too, and he was a heck of a player on both levels.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
Robert, can you talk a little bit about being a captain and what you guys did? Because you had a really short off season, right? How did that go this year?
I mean, it was different because I'd seen it with all the other captains in my first 3 years of playing. It was definitely different than what I saw, but it was still a blast. Like, it's fun because it's your team. Like, it's you build it in your image. You tell people what to do. Well, not really at that much, but you're really like, it helps you grow as a leader, and it really like, I don't know.
Did you have?
It's really fun.
Were you guys like calling practices and that kind of stuff?
Not that often, no, because we usually have workouts almost 3 times a week.
And you
Four times a week this
You
year.
guys were you in charge of those, or kind of leading those, or?
They were still called by the coaches, but we were still pretty much leading them. So,
You looking forward to this year?
very much.
Because you had will this be your third year starting?
Yeah.
Third year. Wow. A lot of experience, a lot
Yeah.
of size and everything. And what are you guys looking for as far as your the big game that you're looking at this year?
Hopkinton.
Hopkinton. Now that's interesting.
We got a little bit of beef with them this year. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
do?
Yeah.
I was just
Wow.
telling Coach Kyle. I don't know. I think you were, Chris. You were at the passing camp, right?
Yeah, I
The
was a
passing
couple
league.
of
We were. Tom and I went to a couple of them, and I was telling Coach Kiley that, we were watching the games, and then you got the Ashland. You come to the Ashland game. You guys wanted that so bad, and I just said to Coach Kiley, I said, I love the swagger. That Holliston, when I played for Ashland 150 years ago, the swagger that Holliston had, that's what they were known for, and it was great to see that come back. I would have thought Ashland, but Hopkinton, that's interesting. That's
we're
interesting.
we're looking forward to a lot of them this year, but
Yeah.
that one specifically, definitely.
How'd you guys do over in Natick?
In Natick, better than expected. They're a really, really good team, so when you go up against a team like that, you got to be ready for anything. I was definitely happy with how we did, though.
Good. The coaches seem to be too.
Bet you guys can't wait to put the pads on in front of the crowds out here at Committee and Field.
Yep.
You know, the short season didn't have the crowds, but it really makes the whole atmosphere. It gets it electric. You know, I know we get excited about covering the games and people
Especially
across
this year
the
with-
country.
Especially this year with our captains all being, linemen. Even a linebacker, because you're the middle linebacker. You might as well be a lineman, right?
Front seven.
Your job.
Front seven.
They'll take care of all the offensive linemen for you, and you go in and make the tackle. Yeah.
Well, we wish you all the best, and we're going to be cheering for you. We'll be covering you on HCAT, and thank you for being with us this afternoon as we've got to know the captains of the Holliston Panther football team.
Well, Tom, when we were talking in the intro, you mentioned about kind of getting back to normalcy, and it's great to get back to normalcy here, seeing the two coaches and these four captains that they got their work cut out for them, and I'm sure they're going to do a great job.
It's going to be exciting to watch them, as it always is. Can't wait.
Okay, well, I want to thank the lovely Lisa on the camera there. Tom, good luck. I hope you get your voice ready, because we've got a lot of football to do this year. Okay, so from us to you, thank you, and we'll see you at all the games this year.